Hello everybody, today I'm going to give you an update on our Scalectrics set. You would have seen in the last video I've just set up the Scalectrics on the platform which is suspended from the roof, and I showed how I was taking out the oxidization, cleaning the tracks. I'd done the one side, I still had to do the other side, and I also had to fix a few places in the tracks where the current wasn't running all the way through. So today I've already cleaned the other section of the tracks, so both sides have now been cleaned, the same process that I did with the last tracks, and we've managed to sort out all of the problems with the connections where the current wasn't going through. So I've also done a bit of servicing to the two cars that you see on the tracks. I've got the connectors down the same way that I showed in that video. I've done the same with this Ferrari. So you can see how they seem to come out of shape. So you've got to keep actually adjusting them as you go along because they're quite fragile. Just excuse my voice, I've had a bit of bronchitis. So what I'm going to do is quickly show you how the track works. I've been doing a bit of practice rounds. It's actually quite great. Both cars are working fantastically. You've got a specific way that these cars work on this track without them kind of coming off all the time, especially on some of these sharp corners. So we'll run through from the start. So what we do on our racing is we set it to 50, which is pretty much back to zero. You start from the start line. You've got to complete one full circuit and come back without the car coming off the track to get go through the clock. So if your car comes off anywhere on the track, you've got to go and fetch it and bring it back and start from the start line, which is after the clock. So you're only able to get one round once you complete one full circuit. So it's quite difficult to do a full loop without coming off. You've actually got to really practice hard to understand how your car works on these different sections to make sure you get a full revolution without coming off. So I can do it quite easily, but the boys are battling a bit because it's very sensitive on the trigger, especially this part where you've got to put the turbo on to get it through the loop, and then you've got to have it switch it off exactly as it hits the ramp so that it doesn't come off the back of that tight circuit there. You literally get, as it hits this section here, you've got to get the turbo going. So let's go through the start and I'll show you how the track works. So you've got this lovely straight. You've got to kind of, as you start, you don't pull your trigger down full. You've got to just kind of touch it a bit, and you get a nice little even move. On this section, on the left, you've got this sharp hairpin bend here. You've actually got to literally stop as you get to this section and let the car sort of slow down, come through the corner, then you pick up a bit of speed. And then as you hit this section here, which is the straight to the loop, you hit your turbo button. You come in through the loop. As it comes out, you slack off a bit again so that you can come around this corner without coming off the track. And then literally you just push halfway down and you manage to get around all the way. And as you hit that section there, coming back to the straight, you can hit your turbo button again and then just release it as you get to there. And that's pretty much how you get through the track. And you get used to the trigger and all the different hip and bends as you go along, so you know how to keep the car on the track. And the trick is, we've raced already, myself and Benjamin, this little section here where the cars meet and can obviously push each other off the track. You've got to watch very carefully when you get to that section because you can wipe yourself out or somebody else out or both out. And then, as you say, you've got to get back to the start. So I'm going to just give you a show on how this car goes around. We're not racing now, but we'll do a video of a race a bit later, but I thought I'd just give you an update on how well these cars are going through the tracks. So hopefully I can do it without coming off. So there you go. And that's all from practicing and practicing and practicing. I've been practicing literally the whole day after I got the tracks ready to go. So the worst part on my side of I'm on the red car on the left. is this hairpin bend over here. So if you're not careful, you always come off, and then obviously the turbo as you go around that side. On the other track with the where the Red Bull car, you've got a really sort of close section over here on this hairpin bend, and then that one, as you go around that corner hitting the loop, Benjamin keeps coming off over there, and he's got the same one which he hits this hairpin bend over here and he keeps coming off. So that's where his little problem is, he keeps coming off in those two sections. But I said to him, as he keeps practicing, you'll learn, it'll just become almost like instinct. So you'll know exactly what sort of level of your trigger you push to keep your car on the track at every different section of the track. And as you get better and better and more practice it becomes almost instinctive on how to get the car around with the fastest pace without coming off. Oh, you see, I wasn't focusing. We've got a Ferrari coming on Friday, a Ferrari and a Lamborghini. I do find these cars, you know, because of the air wing in the front, especially this red one, it's a bit wider, it tends to hit these corner barriers. So I think the Ferrari and the Lamborghini are going to be a little bit shorter, not as wide. So I think they're actually going to sort of get around the track a little bit easier. There's the problem. Interesting. What is it hitting over here? Let's see what's causing that to. It's causing it to come up there. Sounded like a military helicopter coming overhead there. Whoa, okay. We'll leave it there for today. So next time round we'll do a race once Benjamin, well, I'll tell you what, let's wait for the new cars to come, because I think the boys are battling a bit with these Formula 1 type of cars. I've got this one is coming on Wednesday. It's a Ferrari, and I don't see the Lamborghini on this chart, but the Lamborghini Huracan is going to be coming through. It's not on here. Yeah, hang on. No, that's not the Huracan. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll show you when those cars arrive and the boys have had a bit of time to adjust to the track. We'll do some races. It's actually really exciting. Boys are enjoying it, but it takes a lot of practice. See you then.